Hey, what's going on? So what you are about to see is going to be part one of an interview that I did with an artist named Lil Stain. Now, Lil Stain is a little bit of a newer artist. He just actually started dropping some of his singles onto major streaming platforms. But I noticed that he has gotten a great amount of views in a short amount of time. And so I reached out to him after watching a YouTube video that he did, basically breaking down his process. I said, this is awesome information. I want to be able to share it with the people that check out my podcast. You mind coming on here for an interview? So you guys are about to check out part one of this interview. Make sure you check back in tomorrow for part two, where we cover super awesome we finish up the conversation, and we're going to talk about why it's important to stack content, why it's important to like build relationships and connect with your fan base, and also why sometimes educating artists is the best way to promote yourself. What is going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me on the Music into Millions podcast, where we show rappers that they don't need a record label, and we give them tools and resources needed so that way they can be successful on their own time. And you guys already know the hashtag I've been trying to get going is I don't need a label. So definitely, this is something we're going to teach you today that's going to promote that very thing right there. I have a talented rapper, but also somebody who is a educational person who's trying to see other people succeed as well, and that's something I find very valuable. I'll let him introduce himself.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Lil Stain. My government name is Matt. Yeah, bro. I'm just working right now. Backup official videos out now. You can find that on my YouTube channel. I'll send you a smart link to put in the description or something.
That's perfect, and I'll set that down there so everyone can find it.
Cool. So, yeah, bro, Backup is out now. Backup just hit 13,000 streams within its first month. So tomorrow is the end of its first full month. So it came out April 17th. It is now May 16th at the time of this recording, and we just passed 13,000 streams and 7,000 monthly listeners. So, bro, I'm just working. Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, my YouTube channel, I straight up, like, my focus on my YouTube channel is just trying to educate people who want to see what I'm doing, how I got it. I'm not hiding anything. I'm not charging anything for it. I'm just putting it out on my YouTube channel. If you think that, like, if you see that and you're like, damn, like, how can I do that? How can I get there? Bro, just check out my YouTube channel. Connect with me personally. I'd be glad to help anybody. So.
Perfect. And I'm going to drop your Instagram and everything down in the description. That way people can, follow you and find all this value we're going to be talking about today. So basically, the reason that I wanted to bring him on here is because he shared a YouTube video, like he was saying, onto his channel, and it was about how he got 10,000 streams on his. This is your first official single out, correct?
This is my only single that's out.
Okay, yeah. So this is his first single ever, basically. Yeah, and he has, as basically a beginning artist, 10,000 streams within 3 weeks when you made the video.
20 days. Yep. Less than 3 weeks.
That's insane. So, and that is something that a lot of you guys can learn from and pick up value from. So I wanted to basically pull him on here because he talked about some different websites that he used and some different tactics. And it's just a lot of great information. So I'm going to shut up about it and I'm going to let him get into doing his thing. And you can kind of freeform, basically just relay the same information you had in that video. If you want to do it a little bit more condensed, that's fine. And if you want to share your screen, if you can, for like websites and stuff, that'd be even cooler. But if you can't, that's
yeah, that's fine, dude. I could do that. So yeah, and we'll in the smart link, there's a link to the smart link that we'll be sharing in the description. There's a link to my YouTube channel on that too. So if anything isn't clear, there's also links to my social media. Reach out to me personally, hit me up. Yo, that this doesn't really make sense. Yo, I just had a question about this, whatever that might be. So basically, with my only song being out, my one song being out on all streaming services, right? For a long time, I was posting songs on SoundCloud, right? So I was putting songs on SoundCloud. I was doing it for free. You know what I mean? I'm getting free beats off YouTube. I'm ripping them through like, some converter online, just like everybody does, right? I'm not paying for beats. They're free, right? So I'm using them for free, and it's okay. It's legal. Yeah, I'm using like free beats, like they said it's free to use. You know what I mean?
I'm just playing with you. I just
you cool.
Going on YouTube.
Yeah. Nah. But so I'm putting them out, and I'm putting these songs out on SoundCloud, and I'm mixing them at my crib, whatever, and I'm just kind of like shooting in the gym, just kind of like learning, how to use the DAW softwares, the digital audio workstations, everything like that. And, I took a little bit of time off and started to really, put my efforts into learning how to record professionally at the studio, working with engineers, working with producers, and just kind of like really get my craft up. Right. And so I spent some time. I wasn't even learning how to put a song out at this point. I'm just like, yo, let me just get my sound right. Let me get to the actual studio and like be serious about this. Right. So I spent some time. I wasn't putting anything out. I was just, working. And eventually I was able to come up with a good amount of songs that I was like, yo, this sounds amazing. I love the way this sounds. Like everybody's reacting totally different to it. People I'm showing it to are like, damn, like my mom fucks with it. I know my mom wouldn't lie to me, bro. She's, you know what I mean? Like she's brutally honest as it gets. You know what I'm saying? Like she would tell you if it's
Is
trash.
your mom a rap fan?
She's not a rap fan. She's not really a rap fan. Nah, but she don't lie. That's the thing. She will tell you dead honest. If it sucks, she's like, I hate this. You need to stop. But
my mom still tells me my beats suck because she doesn't understand rap. But I get it.
Yeah. But nah, so she's I'm just getting this different support. I'm just getting this different energy back from it, right? And so I'm like, all right, like, okay, I'm ready to go. And the thing about it is like, I'm the way I'm approaching it now is like, bro, I'm not putting it on SoundCloud and I'm not putting it on streaming stores until I find out how to grow. Right. I'm like, let me just hold back what I have because this shit is fire. This shit is good. And too many people are making amazing music and it's going nowhere. Like so many people have fire music. I know people that have been like, they shit on me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not like this expert rapper or nothing either. You know what I mean? Like, I think that like, I got a good sound. I'm confident I can do it, right? Like, don't get me wrong, but there's people that are much better than me that perform way worse. You know what I mean? Like way worse. So it's not really about that. You know what I mean? There's just different strategies. There's different techniques, right? So in the YouTube video that you're talking about, the YouTube video that I put out recently, I used a number of databases, right? Playlist databases that people use in the music industry to network with playlist curators and individuals that, basically like they're gonna get your track to do numbers because these playlists get a lot of traction, right? So I'll share my screen in a second and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. Yeah, so give me a sec here. So let's see now. The one video or the one website I mentioned in the video to start, I mentioned a website called yourmyco.com. Now, you do need to pay for a subscription to yourmyco.com. It's $10 a month. Although if you're serious about your music career and you want to work and you want to grow, that $10 a month, you can just substitute for 3 coffees a month or whatever. All right, so you go to yourmyco.com. Now, once you create your account, everything like that, you pay the $10 a month. You go at the top, you click Spotify playlist. It also offers way other things, way more. So at the very start of the website, it's going to take you to streaming services staff. Now, these are contacts for directors and different music industry professionals for these streaming services. Like you look at Apple Music curator, their names, their position, head of programming at Apple, senior producer. You know what I mean? Now, like, of course, you want to build like a connection with people before you just hit them in the DM. Hey, yo, Rob Spring, check DM. Rob Spring, head of programming.
Spotify link.
Check DM. Link. You know what I mean? Like, no, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't DM Rob Spring with your SoundCloud link. You know what I mean? Or you're banned from the podcast. So anyway.
That's super valuable, though. That is.
Listen, man. Listen.
That's sauce right there. Everybody pay attention to this, man.
I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. Streaming services staff. I mean, look at this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, now, again, like the thing about it, like you want to, just because you have the lists and the names of these people doesn't just mean, oh, bet I'm about to email them. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm about to hit them up, this, that, whatever. So like, no, like you want to build some kind of connection, like see where you can add value. I'm going to say this for everybody that's listening to this, that's seeing this and is like, yo, I need to hit these people up. Before you hit them up, figure out what you can do for them before you ask what they can do for you. And if you don't have anything, then don't hit them up. You need to do a little bit more work on that. So anyway, we're going to move on here.
That's a dope bar right there.
Need that. Be smart. So you click Spotify playlist at the top here. This is what we're using it for. So in the purpose of this screen share podcast video, we're only really going to be looking at Spotify playlists. So you click Spotify playlist. Now, whatever genre you are, in my case, I'm rap. So I type in rap, click search, and it's going to give you a list of playlist curators, their contact information, the genre/mood, a description of the playlist. And if you click any one of these playlists, you see pop, R&B, club, party, whatever. I would look for something in my genre. You know, I might click this playlist, whatever. Okay. So I'm clicking this one. Country rap. The country rap playlist. If you're Lil Nas X, I don't even know who else does it. If you're Billy Ray Cyrus.
Post Malone, I feel like it's country rap sometimes.
True. Them, and that's it.
Yeah, that's all I can think of.
That's a new lane. There you go. Make country rap music.
Lil Tracy too.
Lil Tracy. There's a whole new lane for y'all. Make more country rap people. There you go.
Y'all motherfucker.
We just trying to drop gems on this show, man. Make country rap music.
All day.
So whatever. Smoked Out Radio, DJ Smoke. I think they spelled radio wrong there, but okay. Now it's going to give you their emails, so you can click it. And it's going to open up your email application, right? So we're just going to cancel that, but you can click the Spotify link. It'll take you right to the playlist, you know? And now what I personally do is I make spreadsheets. So I keep track of everything, because if you're hitting up so many different people, you know, again, looking to see where you can add value before you do hit them up. But if you're hitting up a bunch of people, you want to keep track of what's going on. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you, so how do you add value as an artist when you're reaching out to these Spotify playlists? Can you give that sauce? Is that too much sauce?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, that might be a little bit too much sauce. To be honest.
Right.
That might be.
That might have to be for part 2 on the ClickFunnels episode, where I make him reveal his secrets.
Listen, here's the thing: is you don't want to exploit these people, man. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to. That's the point. Is like, you know what I mean? Like, they're not going to just give away a spot on the playlist, you know what I mean, for nothing. Maybe some of them do if they like your music, but a lot of the times these people don't listen to it. You want to be strategic and find a way to do something for them. Like, maybe you hit them up and you're like, yo, I'll make, I see you like popping off with your playlist. I'll make your own playlist covers or something, or I'll do this. You know what I mean? Like, me personally, I have my own formula, you know what I mean? But again, like, the thing about it is, even saying formula or even saying strategy almost sounds like fucked up, because it's like, these are human beings, bro. You know what I mean? Oh, here's my strategy to how I build relationships and connect. It doesn't sound authentic. It sounds like it's, you know what I mean? It sounds like I'm manipulating. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like,
at the same time, strategy, like, you don't tell them like, hey, this is my strategy, but like, strategy is not a bad word, because I could get down with strategy, because you have to think about it, honestly, like a strategy, because it's like, when you're reaching out to these people, it's like, basically, obviously, you're reaching out with the intent to provide value, even though that's a strategy, like, when it comes down to it.
It's a strategy. It is, right? And so there's nothing wrong with saying, okay, yeah, like, no, there's, right. No, I'm with you. I'm with you. You know, there's nothing wrong with saying, this is my strategy for how I go about adding value to people. But at the same time, it's like, the point that I'm trying to make is taking away the like inhumane element of building relationships in the business. You know what I'm saying? It's like, show love, make friends. You know what I mean? Like,
so how do you feel about paid playlists? Have you ever done them yourself? Do you not feel they're necessary?
That's against the Spotify terms of service.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
So, right. So
right off the bat. So do not do that then, artist.
No, I've never paid for a playlist. I don't want to get my account banned. So
yeah, no, 100%. I did not know. So there you go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. So you don't want to do that. That's not, it's just against the Spotify terms of service altogether. So,
okay.
Cool. And then, you know, the thing with that too is a lot of the times there's bots on those playlists, and, you know,
like pay for followers. So it's not even authentic people and everything like that.
Right. That's the thing. You know what I mean? And like, it's just
big plays. You want authentic people who can vibe out to your music and actually like you as an artist.
Exactly. And now maybe not all of them are fake followers, but at the same time, it's like, it's just against the terms of service. You can get your account banned. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want Spotify to be your enemy. Yeah, you want Spotify to be your friend. You know what I mean?
Like he was saying, build authentic relationships, even with brands, Spotify, DistroKid, everything, whatever you use to, distribute and promote and market yourself as an artist. those relationships built, everybody.
Right. Absolutely. So now let's see. So yeah, I mean, I would just hit them up. And again, like I would see maybe where I can add value to them instead of just asking and taking. So another website I use, let's see, the Playlist Miner. Now this is another one that I mentioned in the video.
I remember this one. This one was a good one. Cool
And
as
so,
well.
nah, this one's dope. You know what I mean? And like, at the very top, the Playlist Miner aggregates the top tracks from the most popular public playlists on Spotify that match your search criteria. Looking for the best workout tracks, enter the term workout, and we'll find the tracks that have appeared most frequently in workout playlists. So we'll just use that as an example. Type in workout, click enter, click search, and it just gives you a huge list of different playlists. Look at all that. Look at all that opportunity. I mean, man, I've been making music for years. Like, I can take my stuff seriously and actually, like, submit to these people. Now, another thing, again, like I talked about building a connection, you know what I mean? Making friends in the business instead of just being like, hey man, post me up. You know what I mean? Like, yo, can you add my song? Yo, this shit's hot. I know you'll love it. You want to see where you can add value. Another great tool I'll get to in a moment, but you click any one of these playlists, it just opens up Spotify immediately. And then there you go. His Instagram is right in the bio here. So you can just hit him up. He clearly wants people to contact him. So there you go. Just contact that person on Instagram and, go from there. Now, did you have more questions about the Playlist Miner, or you want me to move on to the next one, or?
No, it's pretty straight through. I mean, it's pretty understandable. If you had any more information beyond that on it, you can feel free to divulge it. But
yeah, okay. Well, you can make playlists on this too. So if you were to like search for workout or rap and you click find top tracks, it'll automatically like algorithmically build you a playlist of the top songs in that mood based on a pool of data. So if you wanted to come up with a quick playlist, I mean, that's one way to do it. It's not like genuinely curated, but I mean, that's a hustle. It's a side hustle, whatever. So
there you go.
Let's see. Chart metric. This is my personal favorite. I'll have to do a whole different series of videos about this one.
Okay.
This one right here, I'm gonna just stop sharing and like really give it that intro we need. So
okay.
This one right here is like my absolute favorite, the best database in the game, in my personal opinion. I'm gonna just put on for them one time. I'm not sponsored by them. I do not have a brand deal. I'm doing this straight off the love.
I think you said this in the video too. If I'm not mistaken.
Say this in the video. Yep. I did say this in the video. This right here is so fire. So I'm about to screen share again. Okay. Boom.
So now that you got the magic
Without further ado. Without further ado.
Here we go.
So now Chartmetric, when you sign up for a free version, the paid version is I think $180 a month. And that's for a reason, because of just how much it has to offer. Like, it truly does offer so much. I personally use the free version, and that's enough. I mean, like, that's it. It just still offers so much.
Yeah.
So, I use the free version now. Again, now we want to make sure that we're submitting to songs that are in our genre. Because if we're not submitting to songs that are in our genre and we're submitting to songs that are in a different genre, when my song, let's say I make rap and I just want to add it to as many playlists as possible because I want to get the most amount of streams possible, and I add it to a country playlist or something like that, right? Okay, all those country fans are going to skip the song, and then the Spotify algorithms are going to say this song's trash, nobody wants to listen to it, and they're not going to push your song to more people. Right? So you want to make sure that you're very, 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 very particular. Like, if you're making old school boom bap music, don't get on a playlist with Travis Scott and Don Toliver. You know what I mean? Like push it to like a Wu-Tang Clan playlist, or push it to a Ghostface Killah playlist or something like that. You know what I mean? So you want to make sure that you're very genre specific, very niche specific. You got to know your audience. Okay. So in my case, my song that's dropping May 22nd, Yin and Yang, featuring Spills, that one's actually an old school boom bap type song. So when I was going to push this song, I was doing a search for people that would be in that similar genre. So that's the reason why I use that example. So I'm going to search for like Wu-Tang Clan here. Okay. And then, so you can click. So you just go up to the top right, search for an artist that is in your genre. Click them. In this case, I'm doing Wu-Tang Clan. It's going to take a minute to load. And it's going to take you to their main home screen, right? So give us a second here. Now, once it loads, it's going to take you to, their main homepage. It's going to give you some statistics on Wu-Tang Clan, stuff like that. It's going to show you, their basic stats, how many monthly listeners they have, how many streams that they have, things like that. It's going to also, oh no. Huh. We'll try a different one. There we go. J. Cole worked. So there we go. It gives you right here at the top left, just some stats on him, how many followers he has, how many monthly listeners he has, his popularity ratio. He's 105th in the world. Okay,
so when
stuff
this
like
is
that.
saying like followers and everything, that's just Spotify, correct?
I don't know.
Oh wait, it says Spotify right above it. So yeah, so
Oh, there you go. That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I guess
So
you can scroll
Spotify,
down.
and then it also shows you. Okay, good point. Yep. So that is just Spotify, and then it'll also show you Deezer, YouTube. So right here, if you look, if anybody was ever curious as to why Spotify instead of any other streaming platform, why I like Apple Music better, okay, the opportunity is just more on Spotify than anywhere else. If you look at how many playlists J. Cole's on in comparison to Apple Music and Deezer, J. Cole is on 56,863 playlists on Spotify. Okay, I'm on more playlists on Spotify than J. Cole is on Deezer. I'm on more than twice the amount of playlists on Spotify than J. Cole is on Deezer. So if you want to know where the opportunity's at for you, bro, there's way more opportunity on Spotify.
That's awesome.
Okay,
that's
so
information too. Oh, I remember seeing all that extra stuff.
Yeah. So this is all these graphs and everything. These are like just growth metrics and things like that. His rate of growth, stuff like that. Now, for the purpose of this, screen share tutorial podcast, we're just going to skip over a lot of that. If you want to learn more about that, let us know. We can break that down a little bit more for you. But for the purpose of this tutorial, we're skipping.
Yeah, off recording, I might need you to explain some of that to me because that looks like it'd be decent information, but it looks confusing.
Yeah, it's good. To be honest, I don't even really use much of it. That's just me personally. I mean, that's good. Like, it's good for like blogs. It's good for content creators, things like that. People who want to catch trends on certain things or whatever. But I mean, I'm just really kind of using this to network with curators.
Gotcha.
But yeah, we could talk about that more. So, all right, now I'm here on J. Cole's playlists section. You scroll down about halfway past his page, you will get to playlists. When you're on the free version, you just kind of keep scrolling. A lot of that is like, it's going to say, see the trend of how to play, learn more. It's going to ask you to subscribe to the paid version. So once we skip past all that, it's going to get us to the Spotify playlists. Now, another benefit to having the paid version is you can see the playlists that J. Cole was added to, the all-time playlists. You can see every playlist J. Cole was ever added to in the history of J. Cole, which is pretty big. That's a lot of data, yo. That's a lot of data, guys. So, like, if you want to use the paid version, like, yeah, it's worth it, bro. It's worth that $180 a month. And I'm not sponsored. I mean that shit. So anyway, listen. Now, last 7 days, if you have the free version, you can only see the last 7 days, which is, again, still very, very worth your while to use. I'm going to go down here. Now, another pro tip, click exclude Spotify and major labels, just because if you're starting out, you want to go for the opportunity that is like on a smaller scale as much as possible. I'm not saying don't go big, but, one thing's for sure, unless you have a relationship with people on the inside of Spotify or any of these streaming services, you kind of, you only can really pitch your song to the editorial team through your Spotify for Artist profile, which will be a different episode and video on that at a different time. Follow me on my YouTube channel, and I'll literally make videos about all the stuff. You can tell me anything you want a video on. I will do the research if I don't know it, and if I do know it, I'll just make a video right then and there. So hit me up, hit Pimp Fried Rice up. We got this. So
and his videos are quality, so definitely check them out.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Check me out. I will help you. Contact me personally. Damn it, I will help you. So listen, now Here you see 10,000 followers on this one, Kids Pop Mix. All right, maybe I probably wouldn't submit to that playlist
Like
personally.
Kid Bop 17.
That's just me personally. Now, all these different playlists. Now, some of these playlists are individually curated. Some of these playlists are blogs. Some of these playlists are labels. Some of these playlists are journalists. You know what I mean? Like it varies, but where the opportunity's really at is in the individually curated playlists, the listeners' playlists, right? Because those are regular people like you and me, but they still do numbers like labels. Like they still do numbers like, what I mean, some of these playlists, these individuals can have 250,000 followers, 100,000 followers, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So you can still shoot big, but it's just a regular person like you and me. They're not totally Hollywood yet. You know what I mean? So it's like, the ease of accessing them isn't like, you know what I mean? Like it's
Right.
not like, you know what I mean? Like it's, you got a good chance to actually talking to that person.
More
So
reachable.
right, exactly. So, in this case, okay, here's a rap, R&B, hip hop, 90s to 2000s. Again, it's, playlists like that you might not want to submit to. So we want to find a good one, do a little bit of digging here. Okay, college party, whatever. If I made a college party type song, I would right click this and click open link in new tab. So I don't lose my spot and where I'm at. If I'm flipping through dozens of pages of playlists, I don't want to lose my spot. So there you go. Here's a dude who's got playlist, right? And it's got 1.9 thousand followers. It's a good playlist to submit to. There's a good little bit of opportunity there. So now on the paid version, you get all the social media links and website links of all time. On the free version, you only get the social media links that have been added in the last 30 days. So if you're using this website, you can help out the community by updating the links if you find them.
So this isn't necessarily information that's added by the curator himself. This is like people who I
right.
guess found his Twitter, found his, and then they're all trying to like help each other out by kind of like pinpointing
Yeah.
it down.
Exactly. Yeah. It could just be people like you and me in the business that are trying to grow their streams and they use this as a tool. All the information is populated. I'm not sure how. Maybe the company does it. Maybe they have some kind of tool where they just pool all the information on Spotify into this site. Websites like Your Myco are updated by people, like by hand. So every once in a while, they'll add new people.
Got you.
You know what I mean? But like this one is like, this is like the mega one. You know what I mean? Like this one right here is like just a cannon. So, you click this curator, whatever, Adam Hoskins, shout out Adam. Thank you for letting us use you. He didn't really let us, but we're doing it. So shout out Adam. 118 followers. My man is killing it. 1.9 thousand followers across his playlists. 118 on his personal profile. So we're going to try to find now, if you can't, okay. So again, now if the social media links, that's Filter US, that's not Adam, but shout out Adam anyway. So if you can't find the social media links on the Chartmetric website, you can go to each one of his playlists and click each one of them until you find it. And if it's not on there, do a Google search for him. And then if you can't find it there, just move on. Just move right along to the next one. There's just so many. Unless you have the paid version where the links are populated from all time. Yeah. So here's his college party playlist. That's the one that does real well. No social media links there. So we're just going to click exit there. Personally, I value my time. So, I'm not going to like fight
somebody to find everything.
Yeah. You know what I mean? So, all right, here we go. All right, 1,053 followers here. We could just try that one, but you guys get the point. You know what I mean? Like, if the social media links are on the Chartmetric website, you can click them and contact them through that. If they're not there, search their Spotify playlist descriptions to see if their links or emails are in there. Then there's another way to contact them. If not, do a Google search. If not, buy the paid version. There's just a lot of different opportunities to contact these people. There's so many different ways to do so. And I mean, those are tools I use to make that shit work, but again, it's like, it's all out there. All the opportunity is there. It is 100% there. My first song, I was able to pass 13,000 streams in a month. The opportunity's there. One song. I only have one song out. You know what I mean? And so it's like, the point is the opportunity's there. Do the work finding it. Get creative and finding ways to, add value to these people so that you're worth their time, and the world is yours.
I like it. I dig it. So when is Yin Yang coming out?
May 22nd. So that's coming out on Friday at the time of this recording. May 22nd on Friday.
All right. So
yeah,
everybody look out for that.
All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed that part 1 of the interview. Make sure you check back in tomorrow to see part 2 as we finish this thing up. Have a great rest of your